so good.
So good. You are so good. That is awesome.
Really
Thank
Yes.
you so very much, sir. Shall I for the rest of the segment? I don't mind.
Whatever you like.
Yes, please, let us continue now. Let us continue. We are here with Miss Kaya, and we want to hear from her because she has so many wonderful things to tell us because she is a creative person. And with her creativity, she is going to talk to us a little bit about how to not grow old and become dull. You want to be creative when you get older. Is that right? Is that what we are saying?
Most definitely, yes.
Yes, please do tell me, where does this insight come from? Because in my village, back there, to have the creativity, it was how do you skin a cat and bring it back to make food, to make clothing, and to make shelter from the same animal. That is creativity in my village.
Did you graduate? Was there a ceremony or
There's
something?
no
for it?
graduation there. No, you get the mark of the beast. When you get the mark, it is because you have been successful. See, my skin is very fair, so I did not pass.
Oh.
No, I don't like to kill the animals. No, I am pescatarian, so no.
So you killed the fish.
Yes, I kill the fish, but there is nothing to wear from the fish.
Why not?
There's no...
They're
there's-
living.
But there's nothing to wear. You have to take the animal.
Okay.
And you have to kill the animal, and you have to eat the animal, but you also have to use part of the resources from the animal to make the clothes and the shelter.
But you can take the fish scales and put it on your body
No,
for protection.
that's not going to happen.
It's like armor.
We don't have glue for that.
No glue.
No,
You
there's
can
no
use
glue
doo-doo
for
for that.
No, it's not the same. It's one thing to smell like fish, but then you want to go and smell like caca. No.
But the houses are made out of caca.
But it's not fish caca.
But it's cow caca.
It's not the same. Because
But it
smells
works
like
well.
they feel. It doesn't matter. Soon they seem
Only
to go
when
away.
it rains. When it rains, it smells like doo-doo. But when it's
You
dry,
speak from familiarization. Please tell me, sir, where do you come from? Where is your village? Where do your people hail?
in Nairobi,
Nairobi. Please
Nairobi,
spell,
Kenya.
Spell this for me because I don't believe you.
Nairobi, Nairobi, Kenya, and it was the Masai Mara village. Is
You
where
went to
I
the
hail
church
from.
mission. You went on a mission with the
No,
church, and now
I
you
was
proclaim
born
this place.
there.
It's no different than
Yes.
Bill Cosby himself
Well,
being
Kai,
an honored
since they
graduate
on
in
their
this
little
world.
trip over in Africa,
we are
and we're
traveling.
still here,
We
We
them
have
here.
the doo-doo huts.
Well,
They
why
have
do
a
you think
doo-doo
it's
hut.
important to be
I wanna
creative
talk
even in your
about
old
it
age?
Being creative is taking doo-doo and turn it into a house. And that's what they did at
I
the
want you to
Masai
go home
Mara
and
He,
Right.
he
village.
wants to take that doo-doo and turn it into the house because he full of, caca.
No, it's creative. So instead of flushing the caca down the toilet, you can save it. It's like silly putty. And then you can play with it.
That
And you
would
can
be
make
very
ashtrays out of it and stuff like
would be
that.
very silly.
That would
What?
be very
Your
silly.
next assignment is to go home and take the crap, and I want you to build us a little gingerbread house of your poop.
Okay, I will
Thank you
do
so
that,
very
and I will
much.
bring it back.
And keep it.
Bring it
And
back.
no,
Get
you're
your
gonna
house.
eat my gingerbread house.
No.
No.
What's called only
This took a really left turn. Really left turn.
No, we're talking about creativity, and they were very creative. No, I'm telling you the God's honest truth. That's what they did. It was a natural resource for them, and they had a lot of animals, and they actually used the doo-doo in order to build doo-doo huts. And they
It is
had the
called a dung
huts.
hut. It
and
is something
it's a dung
for it.
hut. It is. It's true.
It is.
That's creativity. That's utilizing the resources that are before you. And a lot of times in this world, there are things that are around us. There are things that are in our house. The Second King's principle. Everything that we need for life and living, we already have on the inside of us. And the resources that we have on the inside of us and the resources that we have with people that are in our spheres of influence can actually walk us into our destiny if people open up their eyes and their ears and they actually see what's around them.
Do you like the way that he took the crap and made it so educational?
And if you didn't get that, where I come from, it's called living off the land. So
It went from being completely playful to absolutely serious in probably 5 minutes, and you just kind of gave me a huge whiplash.
So let's bring it back to Kai. Tell us, what are you creative in? What is your creativity?
Her hair.
She's very artistic.
Why your hair like that?
It is very pretty.
I'm gonna be honest. The reason my hair is like this is because I wanted to be a rebel against my parents.
Really?
Yeah. I always had brown to black hair, and then my parents were like, okay, you can only have natural colored hair. And then it's like, okay, can I get red? So they said, okay, you can get red, but like a brownish red. Then I grew up, and then I left the house to go to college, and it's like, I want blue. I'm getting blue. So 3 years later, I got blue.
Have you gone back home since?
Summer. Sometimes in the summer. But
Do they know you have blue hair?
They do. They're not really happy with me.
Really? Oh.
You should
Now,
tell
is
them
all
like
this
India
yours?
It is not her hair.
So this is your hair?
Mm-hmm.
No weave or nothing? Because people get blue weave and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, well, you don't want it.
I'm not black enough. I'm not black enough.
Not black enough.
Okay, that was new.
Because you walked in and then you did not pass the test, so they said no.
Oh, okay.
That wonderful skin card before you get into Wakanda, I did not pass.
But you were accepted as Avatar.
Yes.
See?
That's right.
You
That
still
you were.
get a chance.
So you wanted to be a rebel.
I did.
So let me get the funky hairstyle to piss off my parents.
And how's that working for you?
They are learning that I am an individual myself. So they're learning to let me go slowly. My dad's kind of let me go. My mom's slowly letting me go. But they're learning that I'm growing up.
Do you want to be let go? Is that what all this is about? Your independence? You want to go and roar and be the...
Because I feel like out of everybody in my family, siblings, cousins, everybody, I am the last one to actually get out of the house. And I'm actually the oldest of all of my cousins. But I feel like they've all moved on and I'm still under my parents. And I'm like, I can't keep doing this. I need to grow up.
How many siblings?
I have
Brothers
2
and sisters?
siblings,
Okay.
but they're both like 30 years older than me. So they're out the
Okay.
house.
So you're the baby.
But I feel like my siblings grew up way faster than I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I want to be where they are as far as how fast they grew up and how fast they got out of the house.
So why don't you want to enjoy your youth and enjoy your...
Transition.
Mm-hmm.
What's the rush?
Living in a strict like household makes it seem like you're never gonna leave. So I guess pushing to get out faster, or it seems like I'm pushing to get out faster, when in reality I feel like I'm getting out here really late. Even though maybe I'm not. I'm not really sure, but I feel like if I continued to go by everything my parents said, then I would still have no experience of my own. And I probably wouldn't be here.
But eventually you're going to move out of the house. Eventually you're going to be on your own. So when that happens, then obviously at that point you can explore and experiment all you want to. So why not take their advice? Because typically parents don't tell you bad things to do because they want to protect you and they want to keep you safe and they want to give you good advice.
I do listen to their advice. On bad times and good times, I'll like call up my parents and say, hey, I need advice on this. And when they give me their advice, I'll definitely take it to heart. The only thing that I guess we need boundaries on, or I guess we need to start thinking about, is there's a difference between giving advice and demanding something. And I think that's kind of what I want, is to have a nice little boundary between with my parents giving me advice and it being more of a adult thing, even though I'm still technically a kid in my eyes, sort of. I'm still technically a kid. But I just want there to be a boundary where I have advice and nobody's absolutely telling me you have to do this.
So it sounds like to me, because I have younger nieces and nephews your age, and I always say, even my older children, they are like, you want to be grown when it's convenient for you, but you want to be a child when it's convenient for you. Which one is it? Choose one.
Absolutely grown. Like, I don't ask my parents for money anymore because I've been doing that my entire life.
We are trying to conduct a show.
Nobody saw that.
But everyone heard it.
No, they didn't. It was
The
on. It hit the
same-
ground.
The same way that they had my stomach growl in the last segment.
Your stomach is closer to the mic. See, when it hit the ground, it's all the way down there. They ain't know. You know, you let them know. Don't let them know. Bad.
Now they know.
Just say no.
Continue.
What's she gonna say now? Be creative.
What was the topic again?
Be creative.
Tell us about your creative tattoos.
Yes.
Okay.
How many do you have?
13.
How many?
13.
13 tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have 13?
Because I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm currently 20.
Was that a rebel thing too? Your parents told you couldn't have tattoos, so you went out and you got
It
tattoos.
didn't start that way. The reason I have 13 right now is because I told myself I need to slow down. I stopped at 13 because everyone keeps saying 13's a bad number, and it's like, it's just a number. So
It's
I
actually
decided.
a great number because I
It
was
is.
born on the 13th.
I was
Really?
also
So it is. You were born on the 13th?
January
Did I not know
13th.
that?
January, baby.
Were you born on
I'm
the 13th?
proud. No, the 6th.
So what you over there shaking your head for?
13 biblically means grace.
Really?
Grace, divine grace.
I thought that was 5.
The 1 and the 3 together.
That's 4.
Divine.
I'm listening.
It's the same thing.
What's the same
1
thing?
and the 3
You talking about the Roman numeral or something?
No, 13, period.
I never heard that before. 13 means divine grace. Mm-hmm.
Look in the
Look into what?
Torah.
In the Torah?
The Jewish Bible.
Are you Jewish? Okay.
I love reading the Jewish Bible. That's the first
You
one.
love reading the Jewish Bible, but yet you're not Jewish. Become Jewish if you're going to read the Jewish Bible. Right?
That's a
You
thing?
don't want to become Jewish? Apparently it is.
You can be black Jew.
That's true. There are a lot of black Jews.
Yeah.
I know there's one on Orange is the New Black.
Mm.
She's the first black Jew that I saw. Because she wanted the kosher meal, she didn't want the rest of the prisoners' food.
That's right. Hmm.
Moving right along.
So 13 tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
That's divine grace, according to the Peanut Gallery.
Thank you, Peanut Gallery.
Just so much education going
It
on.
is.
No.
Yes. So what are the tattoos of? What do they signify? Or did you just have somebody scribble on your body?
All of them but one has an absolute meaning.
I want to know about the one that does not have meaning.
It's this one right here. It says, I did it, I think, 5 times in weird
And then
angles.
I did it again.
Yes. It has no meaning because I have absolutely no idea what I did.
You did
You
that.
did
it.
You did.
That's
yeah.
what you did. That's
I did
what
this.
You
you
did the
did.
13 tattoos. You did the hair.
I did that.
You did the rebel.
So
against
I
your
guess I made myself a canvas.
Very good.
Is that to try to keep up with the creativity so that when you get old, you'll still be creative because now you can look on your body and look in the mirror and see creativity before you, and that'll help inspire you to stay creative?
Pretty much.
But
Like,
aren't you afraid when you get old it says, I did it?
Or, yeah. Especially when it's not tight right no more.
I did
Or I did it.
I mean,
Oh, it's over here.
Last year I did it here. Never better I do it. Closer and closer to the other side. Just don't let I did it go back there.
no. No,
Because
I'll be a fit grandma.
I've never seen
Mhm.
an old tattoo
Mhm.
that looked good.
Really?
Never.
No.
I will be the first.
Never. You ain't old, so.
I'll get there. And then you're going to be there, and I'll show you.
She's speaking longevity in you,
I see.
ancient one.
Yes, I receive it. I'm young.
You are seasoned.
I'm not
Like a
Lowry's.
cast iron skillets. You're as old as the ancestors of my tribe. You are great and
Well,
noble.
since her trial was newly formulated today at the beginning of the segment, you doing pretty
Exactly.
good.
Immigration folk.
I am guns.
We got something. We got somebody sent back to Wakanda.
Wakanda.
We got somebody sent back.
She's back.
Come get her.
You don't need to build a wall for me. I am just fine right here where I am. We make America great.
Yeah.
No, you still need to come get her.
This time, bring the straight jacket.
I don't want to hug myself.
you need to. Yes.
I love
For a
myself,
long
but not like
time.
that. Can you bedazzle my jacket?
Yes.
That's creative.
And we'll put some tattoos on it, and it'll say, "I did it."
Yeah, clearly.
On the back in
Exactly.
big letters.
To
Sure
myself.
enough.
How do you keep a person creative as they get older? What keeps them creative?
I think the most creative things you can do is not sit in your house and be lazy all day, like me sometimes. The best thing to do is, I'd recommend not watching TV because it's the same repetitive stuff. Actually pick up a book or go outside and see what's going on around the world. And I won't stress this too much, but maybe even watch the news. As weird as that sounds, as much as you can learn, that's some creative stuff. Because if there's a riot going on in, say, Russia, that can inspire someone to create a painting as beautiful as the one over there that you guys cannot see. But it inspires you to do so many different things. So go out, go watch stuff, go do stuff, go read stuff. Actually go out.
So clearly you're not talking about watching the 9 o'clock news.
Oh. No.
BBC, Al Jazeera, CNN. I love NPR. Those are great ways to see how other countries perceive our country.
Terrible.
They talk about our news, but they have a completely different aspect of it, a whole different perspective. Being out on the outside, you know, they say you can't see the forest for the trees, but BBC, Al Jazeera, CNN sometimes, but BBC and Al Jazeera are absolutely my favorite. NPR is my third favorite because they always talk about something cultural and something that, you know, that we didn't know today, but it will definitely become important if this country goes to bits and pieces. I know which country I'm going to, and I'm not telling.
I'm going to Wakanda.
I'm not going to Wakanda. I know where I'm going, and I don't need everybody following me. I'm going to keep that little secret to myself. As I fly 30,000 feet and throw my passport out the window.
I'm going to Dubai. Where are you going if you had to leave the country?
Alabama's not another country.
Mississippi?
Tuscaloosa. I hear that Tuscaloosa's great.
No. I don't know.
Have you been out of the country?
I've only been to Britain and France. It's literally it. I feel like I haven't been much of anywhere else except here, Britain and France.
I told you I'm going to send you backpacking.
Please. I need to go everywhere. What? Besides the place you would want to run away to, what other places would you recommend?
I'll tell you this. I helped a young female. She graduated college, and before she got into adulthood, she wanted to travel. So we sat, because my old job, I did travel internationally. But we actually found an inexpensive way to travel the world. Is she worked on farms throughout the world. So literally I'd have to look up the website, but you put in an application and you can stay with the people in exchange to help them on their farmland or on their property or whatever, in whatever country. And in the morning, you may be getting eggs and, plucking up lettuce. and then you have the rest of the day for yourself in exchange for room and board.
Sound like an indentured servant to me.
Hey, call it what you want.
Or you can do like my niece did. She became a flight attendant for U.S. United Airlines. So she fly all over.
Where would you escape to out of the country?
I say Dubai. I want to go so bad.
Dubai.
From what
What's
I've
so
seen,
good about Dubai?
it's just
One of the wealthiest.
one of the wealthiest. It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
There's only two people that live in Dubai, two types of people. People that make money and people that spend money. Nobody lives in Dubai. Dubai is a business hub. It's a business hub. It's
yeah.
although it's gorgeous and it's beautiful, it is not as sociable as other countries. My favorite sociable place in the world is Afghanistan.
What?
Yes, as it relates to the people. CNN only shows you what they want.
They're real
Fox
cultural.
only shows you what they want. They
Be like,
only because it justifies.
Come
our
here,
tax-
guns. Come here.
It justifies our textiles when they show you the negativity of that country. But it is a gorgeous place. The way dandelions grow, that's how roses grow. Nobody talks about the rivers and the lakes and the parks and the skyline and the mall, and you don't get to see any of that. But I said sociable. The people there, their hospitality is bar none better than any other country that I've ever been to in my life. And I have been to a lot of other countries.
Is they acceptable to? Are you talking
girl.
about acceptable to us? They love us.
What?
People that look like me.
Everywhere
That's
we
what I'm looking
go.
for.
Yes,
Really?
absolutely. They really, really do value us and our history, almost more than we do. But when you think about it, it's a country that's been in war for 40 years with the Russians, and then 10 years, or more, even now, even more years now, with the U.S. fighting against Taliban, who is not from Afghanistan. They're from Pakistan, but Afghanistan is the border. So they got caught in between the crossfire. But for a country to be under that much turmoil that long, they still have birthday parties and weddings. They find joy in every day. They're building, they're constructing, they're learning, they're teaching. Their children are walking miles and miles to get to school, to get an education. I mean, they are the epitome of by any means necessary. They are living their lives to the fullest. Regardless of the rockets, red glaring bombs bursting in air, they are still living every day to the fullest. And I think that was probably the best time. It makes me feel ashamed to be upset by for compared to what they go through, the petty things that bother me, the little things that bother me, because no matter how much money I have or don't have in my bank account, I don't have to sleep listening to bombs. I don't have to sleep listening to gunfire. I don't have to duck when I go out of my house. Well, it depends. Not
side of Charlotte
necessarily,
you on?
right. But that's not a part of my daily life and upbringing. And if these people can find that sort of peace and joy, there's like, if I gotta die, I'm not gonna live in fear all of my life, just waiting for what if I do get to live? And don't I want to enjoy that with my children and with my family and everything else? So hospitality-wise, hands down, Afghanistan. Beauty would be the Maldives. The Maldives Islands, all day, every day, all night. Like, I would sleep in the ocean, like in it. I would be a prune. I would lay there on the beach and let the tide take me in and then push me right back out. Gorgeous place. Absolutely gorgeous. Those are just my top two.
I'm taking
For our
notes.
geographical lesson for today, we certainly thanks Guns Total Wellness, greatness under no stipulation. Kimberly Guns McDuffie has provided you this educational moment on the Profit and Growth Hour. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stop tapping. We'll see you soon.
Broadcast.
Twenty-four minutes.
Set it back up. We gotta go. And what were you trying to tell me?